generations. And now, the power of two restores the one.
We got a bidet! Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we got a lot of news about Diamond Dynasty. I would say that San Diego Studios is doing kind of a weird information release strategy where we get basically a lot of information in an article, and then they themselves come out and show us a whole bunch of stuff, mostly covering what has already been told, but then we see more in-depth stuff later on. So we're going to go through and look at a whole bunch of new information about Diamond Dynasty. We're going to see, some different, some new cards, essentially. Like what are they doing this year? What are they adding in there? Some of their strategies that they're shifting around. So let's just go ahead and dive right on into this. Okay, so we're just going to go right through the article itself, just because it's like, here's all the information, and then let's talk about it. So let's see. Let's talk about the first thing that's on here. It says, introducing seasonal Diamond Dynasty. So we've already kind of had some seasons, but how is it changing? So here it is. It says, seasonal Diamond Dynasty takes a refined approach to building your Diamond Dynasty team, featuring new cards released exclusively each season. We did have cards releasing each season last time, but they're making some changes. It brings the familiar feeling of ascending from lower to high rated cards, but this time at a more accelerated pace contained within each 12-week season. So we're going to have 12-week seasons, which is roughly around 3 months. So if you think about it, season 1 will be March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So are we only going to get like 4 seasons maybe, or 3 full seasons and then a wrap-up season at the end? I'm not too sure. I'm kind of wondering how that's going to work. But a big thing here, ascending from low to high rated cards. So that's kind of something I was hoping for that they were going to do, is kind of restructure kind of their approach with the 99s. And we'll get more information on that later. So while some of the highest rated Season 1 cards will be 91 overall at launch, we expect most fans will work their way up by building and strategizing with silver and gold teams before reaching the high 90 overalls that will be released over the course of each season through new and more frequent team affinity content drops, which we'll talk about that more later too. So again, there's another reiteration of, we're going to start off with some lower diamonds and heading towards the 99s, which in my opinion is exciting. I want there to be more diversity within the teams when playing online and doing the different modes. We hope you're ready for more team building opportunities and new strategies as you upgrade your lineup and climb the leaderboards. Here are some of the tools to help you along the way. So let's look at some of this new stuff. So it says in-season cards. So in-season cards are any cards released during the current active season. We had that in the past. For example, Season 1 cards Season 1 cards display, S1 on the upper left corner. So we can see that here on the Willie Castro card. Go Tigers. Which means any cards you earn at launch can be added to your ranked lineup during Season 1. As we transition into new seasons, any cards that are no longer in season can only be used in a wild card slot for all subsequent seasons, which we had that last season. This is an important change from the MLB the Show 23, where cards could overlap into 2 seasons. Our Our aim here is to keep the season-to-season experience fresh and to ensure new cards with lower overalls will have their time to shine as well. So I'm not quite sure if this means that only like because last year we had, season 2 you could use season 1 and season 2 cards. In season 3 you could use season 2 and season 3 cards. Is this going to be season 1 you can use season 1 cards only, season 2 you can only use season 2 cards unless you use the wild stuff like that? Is that how it's going to play out? I'm kind of hoping it does because again, one of the big issues we had with the the system from 23 is that we'd have all these super cool cards from a previous season and we'd roll into the next season, and then because we could use the previous season cards, we really didn't get to use the new ones to their full extent. So I'm hoping this is going to help out with that process. And then we can kind of see some cards here. Like I said, I noticed the Willie Castro rookie card for the Tigers that will be available in season 1. Probably going to have to go ahead and grab that one as soon as I can because that's a nice gold Tigers card. We can also see here just from the little picture that there's some, color changes and whatnot to the menu when you are putting your team together. And there's some different players that you can notice that will be available in the game right here in the picture. So let's keep on keeping on. Core cards. So we had core cards in 23, but it says here core cards are returning to Diamond Dynasty. They can be earned in all seasons, all modes, and include over 1,200 live series players from all 30 MLB clubs. So we're going to have the live series cards in 24 as well. Not a shocker. And they will be core cards. So again, not really a shocker. You'd want to be able to use the people that are currently playing in Major League Baseball at all times. So there we go. So here's another picture of showing some of those players for the core cards. It says here, this is some good information. Be on the lookout for extra special core card collection rewards of legends and flashbacks, including a special launch collection featuring our MLB The Show 24 cover athlete, Vlad Guerrero Jr. So sets are definitely going to be a part of, 24, and we can see this here. In previous years, the special collection, from what I'm understanding it to be, is kind of like that starter collection. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I'm not too sure. But what we can get out of this is that Vlad Guerrero Jr. 91 Diamond. The card art looks awesome. It's going to be a core card, so you can use it at any time during your Diamond Dynasty playing. And again, pointing out that 91 Diamond, that's again re-emphasizing that they're not trying to overflood the market with 99s right away. We're going to have some sort of progression, which I think is a big, big plus to the game. We're going to have uniforms. So again, you'll be able to collect the different uniforms and get some rewards, and then unlockables and equipment. You'll be able to collect those as well and get rewards. So wild card slots. This is huge. This is new. So the idea is not new, but they are expanding on it. So here we go. Wild card slots are also returning, but with a twist. You can now unlock multiple wild card slots, so up to 4 from the season XP reward path beginning in season 2. While you'll need to wait a season to start acquiring more wildcard slots, it's never too early to start thinking about your season 2 team building strategy and who to fill those wildcard slots with. So again, I think this is kind of re-emphasizing that idea where we're only going to be using cards from each season during the seasons, unless you are going to use this wildcard slot. So when you get into season 2, for example, and you can unlock more wildcard slots, that's going to be your way of being able to use season 1 cards in season 2. That way, you can play with some season 2 cards, let that breathe a bit, and then once you hit different parts of season 2, you can add more of the cards you got from season 1 into that. I do like that change. I think that is going to make the game a lot more diverse and fun. It says, now you may be wondering, what goodies will help me start building my Diamond Dynasty squad each season? Don't worry, we've got you covered. So this is the next new thing that we got. Cornerstone cards, seasonal starter packs, and Head Start rewards. So Diamond Dynasty players will receive free rewards at the beginning of each new season, and it starts with the Cornerstone Card Choice Pack, available on day one or whenever players decide to start the new season. What are Cornerstone cards? Cornerstone players are captain cards with special abilities that will help you build your dream team of baseball superstars. At the beginning of each season, a Cornerstone Choice Pack will be delivered into your inventory automatically, where you can then choose one of 4 seasonal player cards as your Cornerstone captain. So at the beginning of every season, every single person is going to get a free pack that has 4 choices of Cornerstone cards. You get to pick one right off the bat at no charge. It says you will have important decisions to make. Do you want to start your team with a ghost fork throwing ace or a legendary pinpoint pitcher? Or would you like to start your team with an all-star corner infielder or a speedy outfielder that chases down every fly ball in the gap? So we're going to have, 4 choices, probably reflecting these different aspects or something similar. And then it's going to be up to us what we want to try to emphasize in the beginning of that season. It says, and with that said, here's a peek at the season 1 Cornerstone cards. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll up so we can see these new guys. So we can see these Cornerstone cards. These are the first 4 that will launch when the game begins. So at season 1, we're going to have Nolan Arenado, Byron Buxton, Kodai Senga, and Greg Maddux. So on day 1, you're going to be able to open up this pack and choose one of these 4 players. You can decide, do you want to have a nice ace right away with Senga or Maddux, or do you want to have some hitting help with Arenado or Buxton? Myself, I really like to have solid pitching and then build my batting. However, I also like to do a thing where I look at all the packs that I have available. I open up all the packs that are not choice packs first, kind of see what I have in my lineup, and then make some decisions. Because, if I end up getting a whole bunch of nice starters, but not very many good batters, well, then I can go in here and get some support for my hitting. Or vice versa. If I have a nice setup of offense and I need some pitchers, I can come right into here and use the choice to get a nice pitcher. So all to their own on how you want to do that, but that's kind of what I do. There's also going to be seasonal starter packs. So in addition to Cornerstone choice packs, Diamond Dynasty players will also find a 5-pack seasonal starter bundle in their inventories to help build their lineup and fill collections. So at the beginning of each season, you're going to get a free 5 The Show packs. No charge, and you don't have to do a single thing to unlock them. So that's really nice. You won't have to, worry about getting so many new cards right away. You get free cards, 5 packs of the show, and 1 Cornerstone right off the bat for every season. Head Start rewards, and don't forget, Head Start rewards will return at the start of season 2. If you don't remember what Head Start rewards were, it was basically looking at what did you do in the previous season, and if you hit these benchmarks, then you got these free rewards. So it says players will receive better rewards depending on how well they perform in the previous season. We encourage everyone to conquer as many challenges as you can to build momentum heading into the next season. I like to do as much as I possibly can to earn as much as I possibly can within the seasons. I'm kind of a completionist like that, so I probably won't have any trouble doing that. Content schedule update. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So we know you're keen to shake up your lineup often. That's why this year in Diamond Dynasty, we're focusing on delivering impactful reward cards at a faster pace as each season unfolds. Seasons will typically run 12 weeks, which is approximately 3 months. At launch, anticipate some of the highest rated Season 1 cards to start at 91 overall, with new content drops gradually pushing the bar higher over each contained season. until we reach those coveted 99s. Those with a sharp eye may notice this will result in a much smaller amount of high-rated diamonds at launch. We heard our fans on this topic. So, just like myself, there was a ton of us that really thought that this 90, although it was exciting, it was very exciting to have a ton of 99s right off the bat. But what we kind of noticed is that it really saturated things and made it so that a lot of the cards that we unlocked that were lower rated didn't matter. So I'm glad that they addressed this and they didn't just say, you know, we love this thing from the previous year. We kind of don't care what people think. We're just going to expand on it. I'm glad they didn't do that. I'm glad they listened to us. It says, but while most of the game will follow the new gradual climb in overalls each season, there is one outlier, the live series collection reward. We know our fans love earning that sweet 99 core reward once the collection is completed, so of course it's still a thing in 24. This reward will take a considerable amount of time and skill, so be prepared to level up not only your squad, but also your prowess on the sticks if you want to earn it. A saying that our development team has coined is that it feels good to be bad and then get good. We hope that our players will share that sentiment and play to 99 with us as every season unfolds this year. So I'm going to scroll up a little bit here so you can feast your eyes on this picture while I talk a little bit about this 99 stuff. So if you're new to the game, basically, if you collect all the live series cards or at some point complete their individual collections for each of the teams, you eventually get a really nice card at the end. The sweet 99 core reward as they're talking about here. So like last year, it was Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa for the American League and National League completion. But at the very end, if you had both of those, then you got a 99 Derek Jeter card that was super nice. So that's kind of what they're talking about here. You know, when the first season launches, you will have the opportunity to get that 99 right away. It will take some time, of course, unless you just throw money at the game, but they are there. They're not saying that there's going to be no 99s on day one. This picture here kind of shows us the Season 1 XP reward path. Just a couple of things to notice. Some of the things I noticed right away is there are hitting captain packs and there are pitching captain packs. So I think they're going to be expanding a bit more on this captain idea in this year's game. So I'm hoping there's some cool things that come out of that. The other big thing that I notice is that when we look down here at the XP reward path tasks, it still only says gameplay XP. So before 23, there used to be more categories there where if you did certain things, you'd get bonus XP. Something tells me they're not going to do that, or at least not go back to it. But who knows? Maybe after Season 1 launches, they'll add things. But again, I think that's pretty doubtful. We can also see in the upper right-hand corner, they got the unlimited bonus rewards that will be coming back. Trying to see what I can make of those things, but looks like there's just some cool rewards we'll get there. All right, moving along. So sellable rewards and free packs weekly. So seasonal Diamond Dynasty isn't the only big change that we're introducing this year. We have had renewed focus on our game economy and what our dedication to more frequent team affinity content drops. We want to ensure that some of those top tier player cards can be accessible to all. So in 24, there will be more ways to attain the high tier reward cards from multiplayer modes like ranked, battle royale, and events. So ranked programs will feature sellable rewards, including a new exclusive program player reward for you to earn in ranked solo or co-op gameplay. Battle Royale Flawless will start at 10-0 for the best reward pack, down from 12-0 requirements in past years. Events now last for 2 weeks, giving you more time to earn those rewards. I didn't play much of Battle Royale or events, so some of that stuff is a little foreign to me. But hey, if you get more time to earn the rewards, that's pretty good. And for everyone starting when the game launches, keep an eye on the show shop each week for a free pack, including some themed drops throughout the MLB season. Here's a hint for the first themed freebie. Where will the first MLB games be played during the regular season? So maybe that the first official MLB game will be the theme of that first free pack. Where should you expect rewards? Okay, it says in MLB The Show 24, we set out to create a better balance of how our players can earn rewards throughout Diamond Dynasty. We want players to enjoy the game their way and feel like their efforts are rightfully rewarded. If you're someone who focuses on multiplayer modes like ranked, battle royale, and events, you'll have the opportunity to earn higher rated rewards initially. On the other hand, if you prefer single-player modes like mini seasons, conquest, and showdown, you will have the opportunity to earn better rewards over time as overall progression escalates. So it seems like if you are in those online competitive modes, you can get better cards faster, but if that's not your thing, it'll just take a little bit more time. I feel like that's kind of been what the status quo has been in the past anyways, so I don't really think there's much difference there. What I do want to point out really quick here, we see this is the ranked one program. So in 23, there was like different things. There was a reward path for ranked, and you can unlock different things. Here it says ranked one tasks. The first drop, it says innings missions. So I wonder if there's going to be like a succession of drops for things that you can earn. I'm not too sure what that means. The other thing I thought was interesting is this new pack. At least I think it's new. It says millionaire and it's got stubs on it. It says contains one item. It's very small on my screen, so I got to get close up to it. So there's a lot of interesting things going on in this picture, especially since I thought in the previous game that somewhere before the 40 we would get the like first ranked seasons reward pack. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it was somewhere around 40 or less. But I'm wondering if we'll get those exclusive like division, championship, World Series, etc. packs here in the ranked one programs or not. So let's see. More team affinity than ever before. I'm a fan of team affinity. I do enjoy it. I do like being able to go into a section and being like, my favorite team is the Tigers. I want to unlock stuff from the Tigers right now. So I do enjoy this stuff. So let's see what we got new for Team Affinity. It says Team Affinity has been a fan favorite content release for years and a pinnacle place to find and earn cards from our favorite teams. And this year, Team Affinity will no longer be a once per season content drop. So in the previous year, at the beginning of the season, you would get Team Affinity stuff, and that would be it for the season. So it was kind of like, here you go, have fun. We'll see you in next season for more stuff. So they're actually going to be dropping content for the Team Affinity 3 times throughout the season. So it says in the new seasonal Diamond Dynasty, Team Affinity will be released 3 times per season. That's once every 4 weeks. For example, in Season 1, Team Affinity will have 3 major updates. Chapter 1 at launch. So when it launches, it'll have some content. Chapter 2 will be in mid-April. And Chapter 3 will be in May. It says our fans can expect 30 new player cards, one from each MLB team, with each new Team Affinity chapter. In addition, new unlocks and packs will have a plenty and reward paths to customize your profile and rep your favorite team. Look for these Team Affinity Chapter 1 bosses in Team Affinity at launch, including a new legend, Brian Dozier. So we do get information of a new legend here today, Brian Dozier. We also get to see that the Vlad Guerrero card from 22 is going to be coming back as well. We had the special art for Otani's game. One thing I want to point out is when we talked about storylines, for example, they said they're going to be releasing, storylines periodically so that we kind of get content spread out. My hope with this Team Affinity process is that it's not basically just last year's Team Affinity broken up into 3 sections. My hope is that there actually is more content that will be coming during these Team Affinities. I don't think it'll be as much as last year's per chapter per se, but I'm hoping they're not just taking something we had before and chopping it up, if that makes sense. I'm hoping they are expanding on it. It says those legends are 89 overall in Chapter 1 at launch, but each subsequent chapter of Team Affinity in Season 1 will have better and better player card overalls. So it seems like we'll have these 89s right around the beginning, and then as we progress, probably Chapter 2 will have a 90 diamond, and then maybe Chapter 3 will have that 91, since they're saying Season 1 will have 91s, but maybe also near the end of the season, we'll have 99s that pop up. So I don't know. I'm just making some guesses here. Just excited for the mode. It says Team Affinity Q&A. If Team Affinity rewards roll out faster with better rewards, will it take longer to earn them? And their response is, as mentioned previously, there are now 3 chapter content drops per season, 6 division programs each. But progressing through these programs will be quicker than in years past. So I'm curious to end up seeing what they have built into this to make it go faster. I find it interesting that it's always about making the rewards more accessible faster, but we'll have to see what they do with that. The next one says, will I have to play specific modes to earn Team Affinity rewards? It says, our goal is to add enough Team Affinity content to every chapter and let you choose your own path in Diamond Dynasty to obtain those rewards. Expect moments, multiplayer missions, single-player missions, repeatable missions, conquest maps, showdowns, and exchanges with each new drop. That said, we still want each Team Affinity release to feel unique, from the types of moments to mission variety to the amount of conquest maps and showdowns. We envision each Team Affinity chapter to be a little different throughout the year. So they're hoping for some diversity, amongst all the different chapters and probably within the divisions as well. Are there any repeatable ways to earn Team Affinity progress? Yes, Team Affinity vouchers can be earned repeatedly in a number of modes, and you can choose where in the 6 Team Affinity division programs you wish to exchange them. How these vouchers are obtained will be unique to each season and chapter. I'm curious to see what happens here. What I probably will end up doing is whatever vouchers I earn, I'll put towards the ones that I don't want to spend as much time with. Because I always unlock the AL Central stuff right away, just because that's the division I follow. And then I follow the rest of the American League, and then I go to the National League. So my guess is I'll be using my vouchers on the National League stuff, and then just kind of working my way back. Unless there are special cards of players that I like that are in certain sections, then I'll go for those as well. Where can I earn Team Affinity progress? You can play anywhere in Diamond Dynasty to earn Team Affinity progress. So they must be having things all over the place for us to earn that XP. So here's a small example. It says tally innings pitched with American League East players in multiplayer specifically for this one. So there you go. Play your way. However you choose to play in Diamond Dynasty, whether you're dominating single-player conquest maps, building theme teams to complete Team Affinity missions, or competing against the best of the best multiplayer competition in ranked, we want you to reach your favorite rewards. We can't wait for you to experience the new and exciting changes coming with seasonal Diamond Dynasty and MLB the Show 24, and of course, we look forward to revealing the new class of legends and many more fun surprises soon. Don't forget to mark your calendars. Join us for our live content feature premiere March 14th at 3 p.m. Pacific time on the Sony San Diego Studio Twitch and YouTube channels, where we will dive deeper into everything Diamond Dynasty and live content coming in MLB the Show 24. And always keep an eye out for survey opportunities post-launch to share your feedback or join in the discussions in Discord and or the official forums at theshow.com. And the last little piece we got here says, before we go, we want to send a huge shout out to everyone in the MLB the Show community. Your passion shines through clearly in all the lively discussions and constructive feedback posted every single day. That input invigorates us as we strive to make MLB the Show the best it can be with each passing year. We see you, and we are grateful for your ongoing support. Thank you. And then we get to see a potential card that will be out for season 1, or possibly a new set or theme of cards. We can see right here a blurred image. So that's kind of our little teaser for what's yet to come. So if you have your guesses, your guess is better than mine, because I have no idea who that could be. My guess is that it has to do with players that have these plaques. So it says down here, the game launches on March 19th, and that's for the standard editions. If you get any of the deluxe editions, you do get it early. We will be having the game on the 15th, I believe, and we are going to have tons of content for you. So we covered today the little article that they released. It was a lengthy article with a lot of information. They will be having a video presentation on Diamond Dynasty as we get closer to the launch of the game. So definitely we will be covering stuff from that if we get, some new information outside of this. If it's basically a rehash, we'll probably ignore it. But I'm hoping they have some cool things in there to share with us. And once the game launches, I will be having videos coming out that talk all about the game. So on day 1, we're definitely going to be having a video that talks about season 1 of Diamond Dynasty and going through all the stuff, explaining to all of you what's going on there, what you need to be aware of, what are the things you can do, how can you unlock things, what are sets, what are the collections, all that good stuff. We will cover it. So you can make sure to come back here with any information and any questions you may have about those modes. Yeah, and then we'll also have the how-to videos. So, if there's, conquest maps, we'll be working on those. If we have like moments and stuff we can work on, we'll work on those as well. We're going to have a whole bunch for you. So to make sure that you are aware of all that, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you are notified when that content drops. Drops a like if you like this video, and drops a comment letting us know your thoughts on the changes to Diamond Dynasty. I am super intrigued. I am excited, and I am so ready to get my hands on the game. And I'm excited to see what Detroit Tigers cards will be in the game this year. And I'm hoping for a new legend that excites me. And then, as always, everybody, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.